Blessings and abundance. Welcome back, soul family, to the Zen Effect Show. This is a syndicated, multi-platform talk show supporting you on the collective journey we're all navigating called L-I-F-E, life, you all. Every conversation here is intentionally designed to empower you, inspire you, and support you in shaping your soul, shifting your world, and returning home to your power, your God-given design, so you can live fully in your effect, in your purpose, in your essence, in your design, and ultimately live life the way that you will it to be, because we are created from a creator. Therefore, us being made in the creator's image, come on somebody, we have the ability to create. The possibilities are truly immense because of this truth. You all, this is your hub for soul-rooted conversations with thought leaders across music, entertainment, entrepreneurship, and wellness, all grounded in truth, intention, and the shared human experience of life. You can listen from anywhere and everywhere because the Zen Effect Show is played in 80 plus countries. Just locate your time zone if I didn't mention it here. YouTube has the beautiful in-studio video of all of my interviews with my featured guest. So you definitely want to check that out. Grab your favorite beverage, your favorite snack, and just tune in. Also on the videos, when it comes to the sponsored ads, when it comes to my featured guest and connecting with them, even when it comes to connecting with the Zen Effect Show. And if you're wanting to be a guest, if you are desiring to be a sponsor, brand partner, advertise your event, advertise your product, you can do so easily because on YouTube, I have the QR codes there. So all that's necessary for you to do is scan with your phone and it'll take you exactly where it's necessary for you to go for more information and to submit your form to be considered. Okay, you all? So stay connected and tap into the energy. Follow the Zen Effect Show on social media platforms, Instagram, my Facebook group as well. And we're building up the TikTok, you all. The TikTok is a little newer. Slowly but surely, we're building that TikTok. And of course, on YouTube as well. You all, I'm so excited for today's topic. Today's topic is a topic that is a favorite amongst many. We're talking about relationships, romantic relationships. I am speaking to those who are single, speaking to couples, divorcees, widows, whatever the case may be. This is going to be a series, and it's going to be, I believe it's going to be a 2 to 3 part series. Let's get into it. Soul family. Let's talk. Single, divorced, widowed, talking to someone, healing from someone. Are you still thinking about someone? If so, this episode is for you. I want you to hear what I'm about to say with love. Your list is capping you. Yes, I didn't stutter. That list, the one that is in your notes app in your phone, the list that's in your journal, the one that says 6 feet, 6 figures, emotionally available, no kids, or 3 kids, or built like this, or spiritual like that, or healed, or soft, or alpha male, or protector, or feminine, or masculine. Now pause. There are things on that list that are sacred. Core values are absolutely non-negotiable. Integrity, non-negotiable. Faith alignment, non-negotiable. Emotional safety is also non-negotiable. But I'm not talking about your standards. I'm talking about the superficial cap you put on what love is allowed to look like. Because when you're capping something, you limit its capacity to expand. And the literal definition of a cap in economics and business is a limit, a ceiling, a maximum allowable amount. Pause with that. Let what I just said land. I'm going to repeat myself. The literal definition of a cap in economics and business is a limit. You're limiting yourself. A ceiling. It's not able to go above or beyond the ceiling. I want to deep dive into this maximum allowable amount. In that phrase, the word allowable is key. When you are not in the allowing, you are rigid. And I'm going to speak a little bit more to that later in this show. So when you are operating in the energy of rigidness, and I don't know if that's a word, but it's going to be a word today, or being rigid, how is anyone, excuse me, because you don't want just anyone, the one supposed to come in? When your mindset and the way you're carrying yourself, because your mindset, it's really all a part of neuroscience. Because what is happening in the mind and what is happening and occurring in the heart-mind relationship, the heart leads and the mind supports. What is actually taking place here is that it does exude into your aura, into your essence, into your vibe, and it is very much felt. And it blocks. It gives off standoffish energy. Because it's necessary for us to look at the simple mechanics of attraction. When I think of the word attraction, I think of a magnet. When a magnet is facing the opposite way, it's not going to draw that other magnet to it. In fact, you feel this type of friction energy that keeps it at bay. Woo, somebody, that keeps it at bay. But when both magnets are flipped to the correct, aligned, and accurate side that meets its capacity, it adheres with ease. Let's discuss the definition of the word cap in economics and business. So, for example, when money is capped, growth actually stops. When a business is capped, expansion halts. When potential is capped, innovation freezes. Have you ever been attracted to the potential of another? In being drawn to that potential, there was an experience or a misaligned signal or alert that took place. Many people like to call those red flags. And within that, you felt hurt and you said to yourself, maybe even swore to yourself, that you would not lead with the attraction of potential ever again or fall in love with potential. I want to support you with this today. Potential is not a bad thing. Potential is not wrong. In fact, the definition of potential is this. Potential is usually not talking about what is. It's talking about what could be. So instead of a strong present chemistry, it often means there's some interest or curiosity there. There are certain qualities that are appealing, but the emotional, physical, or energetic pull isn't fully there yet. So it can feel like this. So as I state that, I'm sure you're feeling, oh, yeah, that's accurate, Zen. There is nothing off, wrong, quote unquote, bad about that. Okay? And I normally don't utilize the word bad. I do my best not to. However, in this context, I feel it is appropriate. However, there's a fine line that lives in the midst of potential and fantasy. It's one thing to see the potential because every single meeting encounter of romantic interest starts with potential. That's where it's supposed to start because there's a curiosity of where this can go. But what is necessary for one to be mindful of is not letting that lead into fantasy, not allowing that to lead into creating a whole fairy tale story narrative in your mind that has not proven itself to be evident, to be true yet. So there's certain phrases that are necessary to recalibrate. And doing this is important because everything is energy and energy is everything. So you want to be mindful of what you're speaking. Instead of saying, well, they look good on paper, shifting that to what they do career-wise is in alignment with what I do. Or we are in alignment and meet capacity when it comes to our career fields. Instead of something is there, but it's not fully clicking, I'm sensing the energy of what possibly may be chemistry or another energetic that you're feeling in that moment. I could grow to like them. Shifting that to there's something that's attracting me to this person, and I am curious and interested to find out what that is and if it has the possibility of growth. Do you see the difference in the phrasing? I want you to take a moment. I'm going to pause for a second and actually state those to yourself. Actually catch this replay as well. That will be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Literally, you all, the replays, if you are subscribed, literally come out after this broadcast. So go ahead and subscribe so you can receive the notifications, and make sure your notifications are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Okay, it will notify you. So literally state the phrase, the misaligned phrase, such as they look good on paper, and literally say that. See how it feels in your body, and then state the phrase that you're going to shift to, and literally tune into how your body feels. Because with those phrase shifts, there's an activational burst that takes place that is shifting not only your belief and the energy from within, but it's extending to the outer, and it's actually shifting your vibe, your aura, and being in more alignment with your essence. There's a beautiful cohesion that's taking place. So if your love life feels stagnant, or maybe it feels repetitive, or maybe it feels deja vu-ish, could it be that you've capped it? Let's speak to a common question that we ask ourselves. Why do you keep drawing in the same person? Well, in psychology, there's something called assortative mating. Research shows we unconsciously choose partners similar to us in education level, belief systems, socioeconomic background, and even trauma patterns. And the trauma patterns is actually trauma bonding. Studies from the American Psychological Association shows humans are familiarity driven. And here's the kicker. Your nervous system is more attracted to what feels familiar than what is actually healthy for you. Let's let that land for a second. Your nervous system is more attracted to what feels familiar than what is actually healthy. So when you say, why do I keep attracting emotionally unavailable people? Or you may ask yourself, why do I keep meeting women or men who don't respect me? Or why does this keep happening to me? It may not be an attraction. It may be repetition. Attachment research from Harvard University shows, check this out, soul family, that early relational experiences shape adult bonding patterns. I just spoke on it. If you have not expanded your emotional capacity emotionally, if you have not expanded your capacity spiritually, and if you have not expanded your capacity psychologically, you will, not you might, not you may, not what could be, not the possibility of, you, W-I-L-L, will, in all caps, unconsciously choose someone whose capacity matches your current ceiling. You capped it. Not your potential, not what you're evolving into, your current ceiling, your present ceiling. Now let's discuss the beautiful truth of capacity matching. And we're going to jump right into it right after this message. Neighbors. Meet Neighborhood Plug ATL, your community resource hub for breaking generational cycles in family, finances, mental health, communication, and self-care. Neighborhood Plug's campaign is unlearning survival and relearning love. They serve youth and adults through job readiness, financial literacy, parenting and relationship support, and mental wellness workshops happening all year long. Don't miss their next fundraiser, Unplugged Singles Edition, a vibe-filled experience centered on real conversation and real connection. They are expanding and they are looking for sponsors, partners for workshops, partnership with employers, recruiting board members. Need interns for web design, data collection, media, and writers, and volunteers who want to make an impact in Metro Atlanta. Follow Neighborhood Plug _ATL on Instagram. Neighborhood Plug ATL on all other platforms for more resources, workshops, and ways to get involved. And if you don't live in Atlanta, you can still get involved. Do not let that hinder you, because some of these services that they are looking for can also be done virtually. Just have that conversation with Neighborhood Plug ATL. Email Neighborhood Plug ATL. That is more info at neighborhoodplugatl.com or DM Neighborhood Plug _ATL for more information and questions. We talk about matching energy, but what does that really mean? A match is not same hobbies, same taste in music. A match is capacity alignment. The capacity to communicate, capacity to apologize and take ownership, the capacity to hold tension without running, and the capacity to expand when life expands. Look at where you are right now in this year of 2026. Are you building, healing, parenting, scaling, starting over? However, what level of capacity does your current life require? What level of capacity does the life that you are creating for yourself require? Now ask yourself, does your ideal partner have the capacity to meet that? And here's the part that no one wants to ask. Do you have the capacity to meet them? Uh-oh. Because it is very easy to desire someone operating at a high emotional, high financial, high spiritual, and intellectual capacity. My question to you is this: where are you? But where are you? But are you there? If you want someone disciplined, are you disciplined? If you want someone emotionally regulated, are you regulated? If you want someone healed, Are you healing? If you want someone evolving, are you evolving? When capacities don't match, it won't work. Case point, period, simple. That's it. Think about those that it ended with. Did you match capacity or no? As you're thinking about those that it ended with, did it strain? Did it compete? Did it resentments? Because it ultimately collapsed. I want to ask you for a moment of support, because what we're building here only grows when you are a part of it, when you're engaged with it. If this episode moved you, if it made you pause, reflect, or see yourself differently, please be sure to like this episode, share it, and subscribe. Even if you're listening on the radio right now, you can still support us online. Just head to YouTube and search The Zen Effect Show, or you could also search us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Literally anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Every like, every share, every subscription helps this message travel further than we ever could alone. And if you're feeling called to support this work more deeply, you can donate to this show or become a sponsor or a brand partner. Do a paid ad for your product, for your business, or for your event. That's very affordable. And you can find more information on my website, thezeneffectco.com. Your support doesn't just keep the lights on. Soul family, it helps us create conscious conversations that support individuals in shaping their soul, shifting their world, and coming home to their power, their God-given design, the purpose for their existence on this planet. It allows us to amplify voices that are healing, awakening, and reimagining and activational, to support those who listen in reimagining what's possible for themselves, for their communities, and for the collective humanity we all exist in. It also allows us to elevate brands and businesses rooted in conscious living, intentional living, wellness, and purpose-driven impact. This is media with meaning, storytelling with soul, and a platform devoted to inner transformation and collective evolution. So whether you like, share, subscribe, donate, or sponsor, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Together, we're not just listening to conversations, we're living them. I'm your host, Zen, and this is the Zen Effect Show. If you're looking to amplify your reach and elevate your brand, you can now become a sponsor of the Zen Effect Show. Your support helps expand conversations that uplift our daily lives and will move the world forward while giving your business premium exposure. That's right, across radio, across podcast platforms, across YouTube. It's going to amplify your voice and bring more awareness to what you are doing. You will also receive in-studio placement right here on the Zen Effect Show. Supporting the show will expand your impact at the same time, but it also is going to support this show in amplifying entrepreneurs' voices, artists' voices. So go ahead and reach out. Visit my website, www.thezeneffectco.com, and go to sponsor/advertisement. Also, if you're having an event, I want to spotlight your event. The Zen Effect Show plays and is listened to in over 80 plus countries, you all. So I would love to support you in expanding your reach. So again, go ahead and visit my website, thezeneffectco.com. Be sure to follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Just search The Zen Effect Show. Okay, you all. And if there's a topic that you have that you want me to discuss, that you want me to give a conscious take to, go ahead and DM me on Instagram, DM me on TikTok. You can send me a video. Maybe it's a reel that you saw and you're like, Zen, I want you to speak to this. You do not have to mention your name. You can remain completely anonymous, or visit my website, thezeneffectco.com, and you can also submit your topic there. You all, Atlanta has so much to offer when it comes to spots, flavors, and experiences. And if you're like me, you're looking to really know where to go. Who can I trust? What to taste? Well, the search is over. You've got to follow Atlanta Eats. This is the one we all love, the one we trust. Atlanta Eats isn't just throwing out random recommendations. He's a reliable source giving his perspective with credibility, knowledge, and the honest eye that we all respect, who lives in integrity. And the best part, from time to time, is you might even catch him exploring other cities and sharing those gems too. Atlanta Eats isn't just showcasing the best in the city and beyond. He's elevating and expanding their reach and helping them scale their vision with real impact by boosting restaurants, amplifying brands, and creating the kind of visibility that actually moves the needle. From the hottest spots to the hidden gems in Atlanta and all over the United States of America, Atlanta Eats has got us covered. Follow Atlanta Eats. You spell that Ant, A-N-T, Lanta, Lanta, Eats, EATS on Instagram and TikTok to stay tapped in. Let's discuss flow, you all. Let's discuss flow. Oh, let's discuss flow. Whether you are a man or a woman, we all carry feminine and masculine energies. Let me break it down for you, okay? The feminine principle is receptivity. Flow being in the allowing and expansion. The masculine principle is direction, structure, containment, and provision. In 2026, we are literally, soul family, watching gender conversations evolve. Finally, it's happening to us. We are actually watching and witnessing gender conversations evolve. We are witnessing power dynamic shift, and we are witnessing economic pressures redefine partnership. However, what has not changed, soul family, is this. Flow cannot happen where there is control. Because the truth is, you and I are not in control of anything. Let me repeat that for those who are in the back. We do not control nada, zilch, nothing at all. We are in command of our lives. Command is different than control. And if your list is rigid, if your requirements are hyper specific, if your mind has already decided what love must look like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you're saying it all day long, that's it, man, that's it, that's it, it has to be that, or period, that's what it has to look like. You're not allowing, you're scripting. And scripting is control. Flow looks like this. Flow says, I know my values. I trust my discernment. I am open to receive. Control says this. It must arrive exactly like this. It's rigid. That's a rigid way of thinking. When you cap something, you block the overflow. When you cap something, you block the overflow. You block abundance. Stop it. Stop it. Well, then how do I stop it? Start with catching yourself. Start with being more present so you can recognize what is happening. So you can get the details and the data to change it. And in that moment, ask yourself, before you utter a word, ask yourself, pause yourself. Whoa. I believe I'm recognizing a pattern here. Or am I capping right now? If y'all start utilizing am I capping right now, remember it's coined by the Zen Effect Show, coined by Zen, okay? Putting that out there. Trademarking that vocally, okay? In this era that we are living in, it's a time of economic uncertainty, digital scamming, dating fatigue, AI generated videos. I mean, generated to the point, y'all who are online dating, it don't even look like the person. Look, I remember when I was single, online dating. And for the men, they would always put a younger picture of them. I don't know what it looked like for the women. I want to give a conscious take to AI generated photos. If you are one that would like to strengthen your self-love, if you do not talk to yourself nicely, if your confidence is low and you're wanting to elevate it, AI generated photos can really support with that. There's something about an AI generated photo that captures a little bit, it speaks a little bit to your essence. And within that, you're able to support your overall physical look. So it can very much utilize it as a tool to support you in looking your best, in feeling your best, in being your best. And I want to elevate the word best to your highest potential, but not utilizing it as a way to depict yourself in a way that is not true and that is false. We're also living in a time of overexposure, emotional burnout, trauma awareness without trauma healing. That's a big one. Dating apps have created the illusion of infinite options. But research actually shows, Soul Family, more options often lead to less satisfaction. I've heard that from my friends, men and women, time and time again. This is actually called the paradox of choice. When everything is available, accessible, and nothing feels enough. So in turn, you have people swiping, comparing, quote unquote, upgrading, downgrading, not anchoring, never anchoring, not grounding, always on to the next. An overproduced curiosity that's not healthy. And then often a phrase comes from that love doesn't exist, as well as other misaligned false narratives and belief, which does what? Capture. No, it's not that love doesn't exist. It's that capacity is misaligned. We want emotional available partners in a society that actually is rewarding emotional detachment, in a society where that music is being perpetuated. We want depth in a culture that moves at algorithm speed and instant gratification, and we want devotion in a time of distraction. Now, with what I just stated, I'm not wanting to discourage you. I'm stating these facts because I want you to be in command. You're not in control, but be in command. My love listens to old school music. In fact, it's not old school. I don't want to say it in that capacity, excuse me, because I know he's listening. I love the music he listens to. He listens to music that has meaning. Let me state it this way. The music he listens to on Spotify, it said, and he's not this age at all, but it said that the music he listens to, if they gave it an age, it would be in its 50s. The music that you hear right here on WBNC radio, that love, R&B, romantic truth, that 90s love, that 80s love, that 70s love, that 60s love, 50s love, 40s love, 30s love, 20s love. And on his playlist, the music that is relevant to today in this era that we're living in is more conscious. These are the things you want to explore. What music is he or she listening to? What are they feeding themselves with and why? Music is a huge influence. So yes, the dating landscape is different, but your inner work still determines your relational ceiling. Now let's speak to evolution. As you become more of yourself, as you expand, as you heal, as you elevate your financial literacy, your medical literacy, your communication skills, your boundaries, your capacity grows. But what happens if your partner does not expand? Or what if you are the one not expanding? If one's person's capacity increases and the other remains stagnant, tension builds because growth requires recalibration. Stay tuned for next week's episode where I will be diving deeper into this topic of what happens when you're expanding and the other isn't. You're growing and the other isn't. Does that mean that it's over? What happens when you outgrow someone? My question to you is this: where have you capped love? Are you saying I only date this? I don't date this. I need someone already fully healed. I need someone who earns exactly this. You don't need it, you want it. Shift that language. Or is a deeper truth, I don't feel safe being vulnerable. I don't feel worthy of secure love. I don't know how to receive. I am afraid of being seen. Or that you live in shame due to your experiences. Tune into this truth, soul family. Your experiences do not define you. You are able to shift and write a new chapter, a new book, a new page of your life. Because the list does not protect you. It limits your expansion. It keeps you small. It keeps you capped. Before you rewrite your list, before you delete another number, before you swear off dating, before you generalize by saying all men or all women, ask, where is my cap? Where am I capping myself? Where is my ceiling? Where am I limiting what love could look like? Where is my capacity not matching my desire? Because love is not about finding someone who checks the boxes. It's about meeting someone whose capacity aligns with your becoming. And if you are committed to becoming more self-aware, more grounded, more regulated, living in our design and the truth that you are empowered, connected, and whole, then the more will meet you. This is not about lowering standards. It's about removing the ceiling. And when you remove the ceiling, you're in the allowing, and flow enters. And when flow enters, love feels different. Take what resonated with you today, carry it into your week, and let it activate something real within you. This is episode 185. And if you're ready to amplify your brand, right here on the Zen Effect Show, that will reach 80 plus countries, thousands on top of thousands of individuals, and be placed on multi-platforms, visit thezeneffectco.com or email me at thezeneffectco@gmail.com. I'm your host, Zen Howard, and this is the Zen Effect Show. Remember to let your effects speak before words do. Always keep your soul hydrated and your spirit fortified. And until next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, no matter what time zone you're in, utilize that Eastern as a reference point, because this plays in all time zones in the United States, as well as 80 plus countries. Stay tuned for the next part of this series. Again, it's for the all, for the single, for the couple, for the married, for the widowed, for the divorced. So until next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, stay elevated.